Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary direct from our newsroom, otherwise known as my Compost Heap. Let's see what stories we're working on this week. Good thing we got a plunger here because there's a mess we got to clean up involving sewage. It involves New Haven Sewer Authority, known as the WPCA, Water Pollution Control Authority. And the mess does not involve sewage, it involves foreclosures. As you know, we have a foreclosure crisis brewing in our city. It turns out that we've created part of the problem. The WPCA has gone on a tear filing foreclosure suits on people who could be in danger of losing their property anyway. Big debts piled up. They've gone after more than 130 property owners since 2005, when the city government gave up control of the WPCA in part to get some quick one-time money to plug a budget hole. Bad idea. Now it's come back to haunt us, so what are we going to do? There are some ideas out there in the country, both in our hometown from our own water authority, which deals more humanely and better for both themselves and the community in how they deal with foreclosures, and from around the country, a guy named Dan Kildee. You can read the interview linked with this, a guy from Michigan who's a guru on how cities should deal with foreclosure. Here's some ideas of how city government can still get involved if they'll get off their butt and take this seriously. A, the Water Pollution Authority does have a problem with collections. They're worried that if they don't file for a suit for foreclosure, that the house that they foreclose on will tend to go to the city for tax debt and they won't get their money back. But it turns out that that's only in the cases of strict foreclosure, when houses are worth less than the debt. The WPCA is going after people for as low as $790. These houses are worth over $100,000. It's very few cases, so the city can sit down and say, look, let's at least take 99% of these cases off the table because you will get their money. And even those other cases, other agencies have found you use small claims court or liens and you do get your money available eventually, and taking that action does prod people to action. Furthermore, the city is talking about setting up counseling, helping people who are facing foreclosure keep their homes. Let's accelerate that and ask the WPCA to first refer people to the city to deal with that. The city's also going to deal with nonprofits to help people, so maybe the nonprofits will buy the house and rent it back or give them credit counseling or new loans. In any case, the WPCA is not doing that job well. Let's let the city step in and take that over fast. And then on the other end, and this is something that guy Dan Kildee, the guru, suggests, there are properties that are going to be foreclosed on down the road. They're already in the hands of out-of-state lenders or speculators. Let's move faster on those rather than slower. Let's see how the process can be expedited and not let them get in the hands of speculators who continue sitting on them and get foreclosed on eventually after they milk them, or in the hands of people who buy tax liens, which is a mistake the city did in the past in a dirty political deal. Let's do neither of those. Let's set up an authority that will handle foreclosed upon property and get it back on the rolls. So those are the ideas. Who else is talking about foreclosure? Whoa, Hillary Clinton put this in my mailbox this week. She's running for president, and she has an idea for foreclosure. I don't know. She's not my candidate, but I'm glad she's talking about it. But here's what I think Hillary's people should be doing instead. This came in my mailbox too. The Weekly Standard, conservative magazine. I love reading it, whether or not you always agree with it. But they have something in here that Hillary's staff should mail to every voter in the country who doesn't hate women, because there are plenty of those. There's an article in here about a group just started by a guy named Roger Stone, a dirty trickster from the Nixon era with the Republicans. He's still around. And he starts these groups under the surface to do dirty tricks or just to destroy their opponents. He started a group with an acronym that starts with a C, then a U, then an N, and you can finish it. It's gross. And the whole point, it's one of these 527 groups that can get unlimited money under a loophole to pretend they're doing public education but just want to tear apart a candidate. And what they're going to do, and they did that with Swift Boats with Kerry. What he's doing here is just playing the idea that all these sexists like them can't stand a woman in power and have that word that starts with C-U-N every time they see her and just throw it out. Now, what's so great about this article is people know this group exists. It was on the blog. But this article, they love Roger Stone because he does a lot of good work for Republicans. They think he's funny and kind of not PC. So they go into detail here that you read nowhere else about the magnitude of this effort and the deep sexism that underlies it. And this is on the web, this article. So you link it here with this commentary. Hillary's people, that's free advice. While you're fixing the foreclosure crisis, let's also smoke these guys out and let this debate be engaged. Till next time, this is the New Haven Independent Vlog News Summary. Remember, always pick up your trash.